You, sir.
Yeah.
When science works in the harmony with nature, sustainability becomes the reality. Jai Hind and good evening to everyone present here. A very warm welcome to day 5 of Society for Agricultural Advancement, Research, Training and Human Innovation. Knowledge Revolution in Agriculture, Nurturing the Technology and Innovation 2026, our 30-day training National Agricultural Training Program. On behalf of Agri SAARTHI team, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome all the participants and our distinguished guests to today's session. My name is Chatrisha and joining me Mr. Rohit. Together we represent the team Agri SAARTHI and will be your moderators for this session, ensuring a seamless and productive learning experience for all. To begin, I extend a hearty welcome to our course director, Dr. O.P. Chaudhary sir, President of Agri Sardi, who is with us today. Sir's presence and deep expertise add significant academic value to this program. I also extend a warm and respectful welcome to our organizing director, Ajay Kasana sir, Chief Secretary of Agri Sardi. KRANTI 2026 is a visionary initiative and the brainchild of Ajay Kasana sir, aimed at revolutionizing agricultural education in India by creating a strong knowledge platform that connects science, sustainability, and practical learning. Through this program, Agri Sardi is making consistent efforts to empower learners, professionals, and sir, your leadership is driving force behind this mission. Before we proceed further, I would like to briefly summarize Day 4 Agri Sardi Kranti 2026 session. Yesterday's session focused mainly on global climatic changes, its impacts on sustainability of agriculture and horticulture, which was delivered by Dr. N. Reddy sir, a former of ICAR expert on climate change in horticultural crops. The session provided comprehensive understanding of global warming, greenhouse emissions, climate variability, and direct and indirect effects on crop productivity and horticultural systems. Dr. Reddy sir highlighted major sources of greenhouse gas emissions discussed in international climate frameworks such as Kyoto Protocol and emphasized the urgent need of carbon sequestration through vegetation, soils, and agroforestry systems. Though the special focus was placed on adaptation, mitigation strategies, including some climate resilient crop varieties, stress tolerant horticultural crops, and sustainable agroforestry modules. Building on that foundation, today's session takes us into a vital component of the ecosystem. Today's topic for day 5 is beekeeping, the crucial component of sustainable agriculture. Beekeeping is essential for ecological balance, enhancing the crop pollination, and strengthening the rural livelihood. To enlighten us on this highlighting event and relevant topic, now I invite Mr. Rohit to formally introduce our distinguished expert for the day, Dr. O.P. Chaudhary sir.
Thank you, Chatrisha. Jai Hind, everyone. It's my honor to introduce our esteemed resource person for the today's session, Dr. O.P. Chaudhary sir, a highly respected agricultural scientist and academic leader in beekeeping research and development. Dr. O.P. Chaudhary sir currently serves as a principal of the College of Agriculture, Kaul, and regional director at CCS Haryana Agricultural University, Hisar. He also serves as a president of Sarthi Nangal Chaudhary, where he contributes actively to national capacity building initiatives. Sir's leadership legacy is vast. Sir has served as an director of beekeeping industries at KVIC Mumbai. With over 26 years of rich experience, he had made a groundbreaking contributions to honey processing technology and national beekeeping programs. Sir was the director of Central Bee Research and Training Institute Pune with 18 research stations throughout the India, and Sir was the president of Haryana Beekeepers Association. Sir awarded with Carl One Fish Gold Medal for lifetime achievement in beekeeping research and development at Bhutan. Sir is the only scientist from India invited by Niti Aayog to plan Honorable Prime Minister's prestigious beekeeping program. Also, Sir was the founder member of National Beekeeping Development Board, Government of India. Sir has developed quality honey trading network with the brand name of Khadi Honey in India. Sir designed and developed more than 30 equipments for beekeeping industry like portable honey testing kit, tropical bee suite, hive frame holder, cylindrical bee packages, pollen traps, etc., in which Sir has granted with the 5 patents which have been universally adopted. And Sir designed and developed first and most modern large-scale honey processing plant in the world with microfiltration and moisture reduction unit. Sir has published 10 books, 147 research papers, 20 chapters, and 48 technical bulletins with 23 keynote addresses. Also, Sir is the chief editor of Madhu Patrika and Offbeat Journal of Beekeeping. As a president of Agri SAARTHI and expert in the field of apiculture, Sir has dedicated his career to the advancement of sustainable farming. His extensive work has been instrumental in helping professionals and farmers integrate beekeeping to their agricultural systems to boost productivity and biodiversity. We are truly privileged to have Dr. O.P. Chaudhary sir with us today. With a great respect, I invite sir to share his insights on beekeeping with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Rohit. And thank you, Chatrishta. It was a nice introduction you gave me. And thank you, Dr. Ajay. This topic on beekeeping is a very minuscule topic. It is what a person from agriculture or a general domain, it perceives it this way. And I too had this, but through the course of my long tenure or these positions, and it is my firm belief that this is one of the basis of not only Indian agriculture, but also the world agriculture. Its importance is so huge, no one has even imagined. I'll just share you one thing. So December, I got a call from, it was from the member Niti Aayog, that Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India. So they had my paper, which was very important contribution, milestone. So actually, Ministry of Forest, and they give this environmental impact value of the crops, of the ecosystem services they do. And they told me that they want to further go ahead, and when we had meetings with them, then they told us that they are doing it from 2012-13 onwards, and they were using my data for that. And that was a huge data. That is one of the world's largest study. And it covered all the crops of India. And at that point of time, we valued the role of pollinators to Indian economy at about 9%, 9.4% of the total agriculture value of agriculture economy in India. You can just think how it is. It was valued at 12.1 lakh crores. And the value of bee pollination at that point of time, it was 1.05 lakh crore, 1.12 lakh crore per annum. And total value of beekeeping industry was merely 843 crores. So this is the value of the small bees, what they did to the Indian economy and the world economy and the stability of the environmental factors. So, and now at this point of time, this value is 2.05 lakh crore rupees per annum. Okay, I come to my presentation of today. So during course of long association with the honeybees, Directorate of Beekeeping, because my directorate and my institute, they covered 90% of total Indian beekeeping. So these are the huge. So today morning, it was a surprise that the lot of congratulations were coming and lot of media coverage was there. So one of my patent has been granted. Uh, so then these were the news items. They came in today's newspapers. So this is one very good thing we have done. And during the course of time, we had around 27 such equipments, which some of this we will see in today's presentation. So beekeeping as an enterprise, as an option for entrepreneurship, and that too in India. I'll say the few words. It says Madhu Rakshata Bharata, means भारत में मधु सुप्रीम है. और कितना पीछे जाएंगे हम, ऋग वेदास में चलते हैं. देर आर 56 hymns which are only attributed to the Ashwin. Ashwini is the god of the bees. And then is written Yat tan madhubanam sugrivisyare makshitam shraggha bhutana sarva bhuta manoharam. So this, it says that forest, they were protected, they were called the madhubans. You must be knowing that forests are still called the madhubans. And madhupals were the kings. Kingdom was based on the forest or the royal courtiers. So this is what they had, this honeybees as the importance. And we saw that honey flows in India, Madhu Rakshata Bharat, and that was the reality. And this is the picture which you have it. It is 13,000 years old. This is in Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, where you can see even our people during those periods, they have intricate knowledge of beekeeping. It was, these are the wall paintings, intricate one, which you can see. So to start with, you must be taught about these species of bees, how we call it. So we have this Animalia as a kingdom. Class is insects because they are hexapods. They have 3 pairs of legs, 2 pairs of wings. Okay, and then they have exoskeletons. You know those basic ones. It comes under family Apidae. Apidae comes with the honeybees. The genus is Apis. We have 20,000 species of the bees. And what reflects most to us is these 400 species, which are either social bees or semi-social bees. Even among these, we have some parasitic ones also. But most of them, they are solitary bees. They live in solitary phases of their lives. They are not in a community as we see as these honeybees. So we group them into 2, wild bees and domestic bees. So the people of our audience, they are from UP, Bihar, they are from this Telangana and all that. And there you must be knowing that we basically have 2 important wild bee species. One is Apis dorsata, which हम उसको जंगली पहाड़ी मक्खी भी बोलते हैं, जंगली मक्खी भी बोलते हैं. जानते हैं आप? Get them? So it makes one large comb. It's in size, it is this longest bees, largest bees. Its body size is about 16 to 18 mm. It makes single comb either on the rocks or on the branches of the trees. And its comb can be so huge, up to 2 feet by 2 meter by 1 meter length. And at the top is the honey portion, and this portion can be 1 foot deep. And it was at one point of time the largest source of honey in India. And in 1950-52, from Bengal, we were exporting large quantity of this. They are in groups. These combs are in the groups. And they are migratory bees. Now in the winters, you will be seeing them in the plain areas. But when the summer comes, they go back to their original places where they have moved, maybe 1,000 kilometers. They move and they go to the same place. Such a sharp memory they have. But they're very aggressive. You just disturb them, and you just get bitten, and it is even life-threatening. It can go up to 4 to 5 kilometers, and it is the largest producer of honeybee. From one comb, you can have 40 to 80 kg honey. And second is a dwarf bee or small bee. We call it Apis florea. It also builds an open comb in open, very small comb. It is about 1 feet to 1.5 feet, 8 centimeter honeycomb. And it's very limited range of 1 kilometer, and it can produce only 250 gram to 1 kg of honey. These are so many of these wild bees. At the top is a trigona bee. It is also honeybee. It produces a beautiful honey. Produces honey in the pots, small pots. And these are all very important contributor to the pollination services. Then comes to the domesticated bees. We have Indian hive bees. Generally, this used to be the only species here till Apis mellifera or the Western honeybee was introduced. This is Indian hive bee. It lives in enclosed places, hollows of the trees, hollow of the soil, wall, caves, rocks, etc. Means they are dark dwelling. They are mild, they can swarm, they can go up to 1.5 kilometer, and is a smaller producer of honey up to 8 to 10 kg. Their worker cells are small. They don't produce propolis. Propolis is a sticky material, resinous material, which has so much of a medicinal value, but this species doesn't produce it. And South India and Central India, we have a lot of these. Still, we have a lot of these, but in North India, we have less of it, and now Eastern also, because there was a disease, Isaac brood virus, and it was decimated that time. It's a beautiful species. It can be domesticated, and you see here, we have shown you that how we are putting those, removing from the cages, caves, those enclosed places, and placing them into the modern type hives where we can domesticate it. And now comes the Western honeybee, which most of the people you see it now. This is, we also call it European honeybee. It is Apis mellifera. It generally has 10 combs, and it is also its most mild one. It doesn't abscond. Its flight range is higher, up to 10 kilometer, and it has a capacity to produce 20 to 30 kg. Average production is there. They have drone cells, which are large. It is the one which produces the propolis. And this is the most talked about species here. So these bees, what they feed on, you must be knowing that for us also, what we need is, we need energy. And it comes from sugars or starch, whatever we eat. And then we need protein. These are the basic ones. So for honeybees also, their protein comes from the pollen. And pollen is the male part of the flowers, you know that. So pollen grains, they collect it, and from them they get the protein. And their energy needs are met by the nectar, which is coming from the nectaries, which are generally based on the base of the flower. and these bees collect that through its proboscis, and then they store it, take it into their beehive. So we will just correlate our talk to Apis mellifera, that is Western honeybee. So it's one colony, it has 10 frames, and its energy requirement is met by about 22.7 to 80 kg. They need this much of nectar to be brought by the bees. This is for their own consumption. And the honey we get, or honey we extract from them, is extra. This is the energy source, and based on it is the colony strength grows. When it is there, the brood rearing, or they will raise their young ones, they will lay the eggs, lay the brood, and this nectar only when it becomes surplus, it is stored as honey, which we consume, which we extract, and which we consume. And this whole thing, their colony strength, honey production, this depends upon the quality of nectar available. Quality the nectar available means the source of the plants from which they are getting. So you have on the right hand side, you will see that we are talking about the pollen. A colony requires 20 to 56.7 kg pollen per year. It is a huge amount. And pollen is responsible for the growth of the body, for the production of royal jelly. Royal jelly is a big component which I'll be dealing later on. And nursing of the larvae. If the royal jelly is not there, there will be no egg laying or no larva. And it is responsible for the general health and culinary hygiene of the. So you will see we have the one plant which I have depicted here. In the center, you see the stigma. And on its periphery, you see the anthers. And on anthers, there are the pollens there. You can see the plant is dusted by the pollen. So the bees on this plant, they will go collect the pollen when they will make certain movements on this whirl of pollen grains. And on the base of it, there are nectaries, and they will collect the nectaries from there. All the plants, they don't produce nectar or pollen. Some are giving nectar, some are giving pollen, but most of the plants, they are also producing nectar and pollen concurrently within the same flower. So when they are collecting nectar or when they are collecting pollen, or the process of pollination occurs, it is worked out that one colonies of honeybees, they are more efficient than 300 men taken together to do the same work for pollination, a small colony. So you can see the importance of this honeybees for pollination, and pollination means diversity. Diversity means their progression, stabilization. So this is the importance of this. Means human being can be so much advanced, they can be having all means, but when it comes to pollination, or when it comes to the survival of the plants, it is the bees which are the most efficient organism on the universe. So when we take up this organization, how it happens. Now we are talking about mellifera. So you've seen it that we have this colony has around 10 frames. And when we take one frame, its general composition is that at the top of it, you can see some droplets and some of this which is sealed. It is the nectar which they bring. Nectar is the secretion from the plant, carbohydrate secretion of the plant. And when it is ripe, it is converted, it is sealed, which is called honey. So this is the nectar at the top. Then there is a layer of pollen which is stored here. Pollen, the bees, they carry on their corbicula on the They have 3 pairs of legs and the hind pair of legs. They then bring them and they deposit it into the sand. This is the protein. And in the center of it, they lay the eggs, which is converted into, when they hatch, it has larva, it turns into pupa, and from here the bees, adult bees come off. This is the general composition of a frame. And when there is more nectar coming up, the bees store it for their future needs. On the right side at the bottom, you will see a whole frame which has been having nectar and which has been ripened, and it is converted into honey, which we can use. This is the honey frame. So how all this thing is happening? It depends in the colony. There are 3 components, vital components. One is the queen. Queen is the largest. This is the single queen always. It is a mated when it is mated. She is the center point of the survival of the colony. Her abdomen is large, hairless, shiny. And on the left is what you see is, this is a drone. When you talk of the beauty, drones, or these are the only males. So they are robust, but इसको कहते हैं ना हम कि भाई बहुत सुंदर नहीं होते. They are the one of the dirtiest ones into when you look at it. And maximum of it coverage is workers. In a colony, we can have, depending upon the strength, 25 to 70,000 workers. So one queen, few hundred of drones. Drones are only produced when they are needed. When the colony want that, they want to grow, they have lot of nectar, lot of pollen, and they have huge size. Then only the queen produces the drones. Otherwise, it doesn't produce. Drones, they don't go outside. They don't collect anything. They just feed on this, and their only work is to mate with the queen. Worker are the ones which perform all the duties of the colony. We will think into it. So queen is the center stage of a colony. If there is no queen, colony dies, perishes. And you know, when there is a queen or when there is a king, it is always surrounded by a court. So this is what you see. She is surrounded by the worker bees. They are just licking on them. Why? This queen produces some pheromones. These are the chemicals which are volatile chemicals, and there are many types of pheromones, and there they have different things. They are related to the work. So queen is being licked upon by the workers, and from this communication, they will be given what the work they are to do. And queen's only function is maintaining the colony and its progression. She lays eggs. You see, this is the egg. It is small rice-shaped, white colored, laid into the cell at the bottom of it, and which is hatches into the larva. This larva, you can see this diagram. She lays eggs, then comes up the larva. The worker bees, they have the hypopharyngeal glands. Their secretion is called royal jelly. They will secrete this royal jelly into the base of the cell, and which is the food of the larva. Larva are given the food for only 3 days. Queen is given for whole of life, whole of their growing period. And after that, they convert into the pupa. The pupa is
Sorry
sealed.
to interrupt you. Actually, your voice isn't audible.
Not audible? How comes? Just check at your voice. From my side, it is okay.
It is working, sir. Please carry on. It is
Okay.
working.
So they are now sealed it, These are the pupa. You can see the pupa here. And in the pupa, they change it into imago, then the adult comes out. So this is how this, from egg to this larva, and these are the prepupa and pupa. This is the pupa of the drones. This is the pupa of the worker bees, and from it, the worker or drone or adult of the queen comes up. So this is the frame. I told you that we have the nectar here, and this is the portion where the brood is there. Brood is this. So this whole thing is the worker brood. Worker cells are there, which had turned into pupa. You see these bulgy ones. They are the ones which are drones. Drones are larger in size. Their cells are capped. They are bulged from the top. This is how we identify them. Queen in worker and larva, their egg stage is only 3 days in all. But when it comes to progression, then the larval stage is shortest in the queen, 5 days. In workers, it is 5 to 6 days. Drone, it is 7. After that, when cell capping happens, it is at the 8th day. In worker, it is 1 day later. In drones, it's still 1 day later. So when they pupate properly, then queen larva is 10 day. Worker it is 11 days by that time, and drone also it is 14 days. So adults, they are mature on 15th day when they are queen, worker on 20th, and drone on 22nd day. Adult emergence is fastest in the queen in 16 days. Worker after 21 days, and drone for 24 days. But see the difference. Because of the differential feeding, the queen has been given, she is given food of royal jelly for whole of its larval period, that is 5 days. Worker and drones, they are given royal jelly feeding only for 3 days. That's why this differential feedings, it doesn't allow them to be grown into a queen. This is the difference of the feed. And you can now imagine how powerful this royal jelly is. This makes a difference. Only it is the royal jelly which makes the differences. Queen lives for 2 years. Worker dies in 1.5 months. Drones in 3 to 4 months. So this is very important and interesting thing with this. So what happens is, you can see the queen cells. They are large in size. They are coming from the worker cell, but they are protruded on the outside. These are larger cells you can see compared to the worker cells. The worker cell, this is this queen cell. Queen larva is bigger in size, and it has royal jelly. This is secretion of pharyngeal glands of this worker bees. And she floats in that royal jelly, feeds on it and floats on it. This is the only difference that makes into the queens. This is the queen when it has emerged. And after that, after 7 to 8 days, she goes on nuptial flights. She will just go out of its hive, take a round of it once or twice at the most, come back. And after that, after 2 days, she will go on the nuptial flight, means it's a mating flight. And the drones of the colony and also of all the apiary, they will just follow her. She will mate in the air sequentially with 8 to 10 drones. Drones, they will mount on the queen, mate it, and its spermatheca is stored into the vagina of the queen, and it topples down. Its male's penis is broken, and it dies. So that way, queen store the sperm packets of 7 to 8 to 10 drones, and she returns to her hive. She never leaves it again. And for 2 years, 1 to 2 years, she will continue laying eggs because of this multiple mating with the drones. And this is what we call it division of labor. It is age-specific division of labor. Nowhere you have seen it. So it is related generally to the workers. Queen, you know what it does. She supervises the colonies, only help in reproduction. Drones are produced only when they are needed. When they are done with the mating, they are thrown out, starved, they die. And it is now the feminine monarchy. In the hive, only females, one perfect, rest of them imperfect. These are the worker bees. So when they have emerged, for the first 2 days, they will be doing the cleaning work. They will be cleaning the cells from they have come, other workers have come. That's a cleaning work. For third to 6 days, they will be feeding the older larva. Older larva, they feed on the diet of pollen and the nectar. Young larva feed on the royal jelly. Okay. From 6 to 13 days, they will be feeding royal jelly to the young larvae. But how does it happen? By the 6th day of these worker bees, their pharyngeal glands are also become mature. They will deposit the secretion of their pharyngeal glands into the cells of these, where they have already laid the eggs and which have hatched into the larvae. So that this feeding is there of the royal jelly. When they are 6 to 13 days old, they will do to this. If it is to be made to queen, they will feed for 5 days. If it is to be converted into worker bees, only 3 days. This is the differential feeding work difference, nothing else. 13 to 16 days, they will secrete wax because now their wax glands are developed. They will be, because when the nectar brings, it will be having more than 20, 25%, 30% this water content. They will blow with their wings, evaporate the moisture and concentrate it. This is done when they are 13 to 16 days. And 70 to 18 days, they will be coming out from the gate of the colony and they will be on defense duties. You just discharge them. The worker who they are stinging you, they are this age group. And from 19th day onwards, she will be going out, collecting nectar, coloring, pollen, propolis, water. And when she is to die, she doesn't come to home. Human beings say, I'll go to my home to die. They don't come there. They sacrifice their selves they will go die in the field because they always think that they should not be burden on their colony. They should be serving the colony. This is the dedication of the bees and it is a learning we should have from them. So I told you they have the food, pollen and nectar. So you can see different type of flowers where the pollen is available. At some, it is accessible. Sometimes nectar is downsides. They have to go inside. So with the diversification in the flower types, they have these modification. They can do it. So you can see on this is nectar. This is protein, pollen they are collecting, dancing on the bees. So I have already told you their requirement up to 57 kg. And it is required for growth, royal jelly production, larva nursing, health and the colony hygiene. And see she is collecting nectar from here. And nectar is energy source, which governs a brood rearing. And quantity of quality of the nectar, it's dependent upon how much honey they have. Okay. When you have seen it that the placement of nectaries, pollen is at differential places in different type of flowers. They don't have a single strategy. They change their strategies. So on the bottle bush flower, she will go deep down into it. And in the center, with this lily and all those, because it is available, so it is easy accessible to them. And when they have this nectar, in their honey, in their guts, then honey mouth we call them. They bring it to the colony and they store it into these cells. And you see, it is just liquid. It is just watery. And these bees, they are storing it and they are fanning it and evaporating the moisture. And now they are doing it, converting into honey. I am communicating to you through language. Bees, as such, they don't have the language, but their communication is perfect because they are social animal. So if they have to communicate, it is a special language which they have, which we call as dance language of the honeybees. This is one thing. Carl von Frisch was given in 1973 the Nobel Prize for that. So this interest-specific transfer of stimuli and this communication, it elicits a response in behaviors, physiological responses in this other individuals. So what will happen is when a worker is giving some inputs, it is followed by other workers. And when they are having getting that information, they are also modifying their behavior. And see, we talk. We cannot give message properly when it is dark. And these bees live in the dark. So it is because of their nesting behavior and the environment they are living, that they have developed specialized form of communication. It depends upon the order, it depends upon the touch, and small sounds which we are not able to listen. These are their primary stimuli. So it is in response to light, physical, chemical, sound, touch, and all these. They have perfected this perfect combination of this. This is what the right, this is very difficult for you to understand, but this is Carl von Frisch, who was Austrian, who got Nobel Prize, and he's invented their dance language of bees. It communicates the food, where the food is. This one says that the food is around in direction to the sun. They have ocelli, which even when there is cloud, they will see the angle of the sun where they are. So this is the median line. She will land on the this frame, make a semicircle, then she will dance here. And she will go like this to this place. But this is the median. By this, she will say this is about, our food source is about 30 meters and in this direction of the sun. And as we go diverse and diverse, it means it is more than 800 meters. So these are we call them waggle dances. And the other worker bees which are just following them, they will get it, and from the hive they will leave and they will reach the exact spot which the other forager has communicated her. This is the perfect landing at there, not wavering out of it. So they are for food, they are for orientation, navigation, and even they communicate within their colony. By these dances, they are giving the direction, distance. They will bring the order, means what a source of food is there. They will bring that order and share with its flavor, its states, its availability. It is more, less, or very abundant. How quality is it? What type of sugars are there? Quantity of sugars. And all this information is given by these dances. And then they will go to the orientation flights and their navigation. They are always dependent on the landmarks. And this one landmark is the sun. And from the sun's They will calculate that angle and distance, and this is how they communicate this to the bees. So this is there are 11 types of pheromones. They are there. One is queen pheromone. When the queen is there, the pheromones, they are in abundance and colonies. Whatever she wants to communicate, she communicates. This is how they will touch, worker will touch them, get the pheromone and the work accordingly. These are the bees which are alarmed, and they are waving their fluttering their wings, and it is a message that there is something wrong here. So this is the method. And see, when you are sting, have you ever noticed that you just remove this or just you crush the bees, and there will be lot of many bees, they are coming to the same place where you have already been stung. Because this is the alarm pheromone. When she stings it, there it releases the alarm pheromone. Yes, there is a problem here. Everyone will come up. You have seen that wild bees, and you just touch them, you or throw a stone to them, and they reach you and they sting you in thousands, even can kill the human beings. So this is what, see, this is how they are giving the alarm pheromone. Such a big giant, but when they have the alarm, yes, colony is in danger, they will just overpower it, kill it. So what equipment we need? We need a beehive. Basically, it is Langstroth hive. L.L. Langstroth is American priest who invented this hive. And basically, it has two chambers. One is brood chamber, another is the honey chamber. Base is the bottom board on which they are there. They are not nailed, they are separate. And in these brood chambers, they have the frames. You can see the frames on the down left side of corner. There are 10 frames here. 10 can become. Then we have an inner cover, and then it is the top cover. This is Langstroth, and this is the Indian hive bee, ISI A and ISB type of frame. It contains 8 frames, smaller ones. They are basically for Apis cerana. Then this is the important tool. We call it hive tool. With this, all manipulation is done, removing the combs, removing all these essence. And this is the smokers, different type of smoker. This GI one, stainless steel. It is only any burning thing which gives more smoke, and it is used to calm the bees. Because when to handle the bees, they will attack you. When you give the smoke enters into their air tubes. They get confused, and for about 30 minutes, they don't sting. And for extra protection, you have gloves. It can be rubber, it can be leather, it can be synthetic. And this is the bee suit we are having, different type of this. This is smaller one. This is body suits, different type of their based on their suitability is there. This is half shirt, this is type, and these are used for the protection of the beekeeper. This is knife when we extract honey to I told them that they seal the covers. On the right hand side is the hive, this knife which the public were using. I invented this hive which is on the stainless steel. It works very efficiently. It is lightweight, is stainless steel grade. It doesn't deteriorate quality. This has been adopted by the beekeepers now. These are, I told you that they consume 1 gram of honey, 9 gram of honey to produce 1 gram of wax. So we give them extra sheets of this where the cell size is made. Foundation of the cell is made. And this is the frame. Frame has these wires so that it is held up together. And we are giving this comb foundation sheet. Foundation sheet, we call them CF sheet. And this is wire embedder, which helps it to seal its place so that it doesn't fall. This is the equipment, compoundation mill, which we use to make these compoundation sheets. These are engrooved rollers, and we have this wax sheet, and we pass through this, and these imprints are made, and on this they make these cells. This is the brush we use it. So this is the sheet, CF sheet embedder. See, we just have this voltage, electricity. We just connect these to these wires, and when we connect them, they melt, they get warm up, and they just help in affirming the place of the CF sheet into the frame. And these are the waxes we are using. Now even the plastic sheets have come, plastic frames have also come. And these are the one which we use for feeding and also for stand also. And these are the honey extractor. This is radial type extractor. It is 6-frame extractor. We uncap the honey frame, put it, and just extract, revolve it. So these are one of my invention. It was in 1993. It is Chaudhary's frame holder. This is the one of the unique equipment, which is now the basic component of all the beekeeping in the world. It has been adopted in the world. So while handling, this is the best thing to there. This is the queen brush and the queen cells when we are producing queens in large numbers. This is the frame feeder on the right hand top side. This is a plastic one. These are the extractors on the downside. And this is entrance gate. These are the equipment which are available. And we have this solar wax extractor. When we have extracted the wax, it can be melted in the solar system. So this is on here you will see processing plant which was made in 1972. This is the first processing plant indigenous made. And on the right is the first honey processing plant in the world which has automatic. It was made under my leadership at CBRTI Pune, and it has the components of preheating, pasteurization, where we can kill all the yeast cells in all these microbes and all those inside it. It filtrates the micrates. This microfiltration removes all the impurities in the honey, keeps the pollen grain into it, and it reduces even the moisture reduction. It has a moisture reduction unit, falling film evaporators. So this was in 1995, 93. We had this. This is the first plant I had erected in our CBRTI. Its capacity was 1 lakh kg honey, 8-hour shift in one per year. These are LT hives. And this is the beekeepers. They are having their colonies in the background. This is where they live. This is the mating knock. This is, you can see apiary on these stands. But our apiaries are on the single brood chambers. And see, this is what they do in the world. They will never have one or single chamber colonies with brood frame. They will always have the supers. That's why their quality of the honey is better than us. These are the mating knock which I have made. And this is how when we have to migrate, because flora is not available all the time at a place. We migrate from mustard, we go to eucalyptus lychee and all that. So what happened? Okay. So these are the queen rearing equipment which are there.
I think slide is not moving, sir.
Slide is moving, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
it's moving, sir. Please carry.
Yeah. So now the question will come to you that how to start? You can be having it as a hobbyist, can be having a stationery at your home. I am having my apiary in my home in Sector 9 at Karnal for last 23 years in my home in there, and having about 25 kg at least from one colony. I have 4 colonies now. We can have migratory beekeeping for pollination and all those things. How to do? When to start? We think that it should be done in February, March because that's a good season. But I say start in September, August, October, because now we have 7 months good season, continuous season ahead. Start thinking in July, August that I have to go for it. Start in September. But who are professional, they should go in the February, March, because at that point of time, the price of the colonies is the cheapest one. So depends what you want to do. How you want to go ahead, small, medium, large scale, think of it. But I always suggest that when you start with small number of colony, not more than 20. And I also suggest that it should be the cooperative system, because you need labor for migration. You need labor for inspection. You need labor for honey extraction. Like-minded people, students can come together and do this. Trainings are available. I can assure you no one can give better training than me. There are Central Bee Research and Training Institutes, many research stations, 80 research stations throughout India, they will give it. Khadi and Will Industry Commission gives this. Our entomology departments of all the KV and KVKs of the universities, they give it. IBDC gives it. But this training is just 3-day training. It is confuse you. It will not give you hand-on things. You have to follow it with hand-on training. Go with attach yourself to the beekeeper. Then go with it. Because government gives up to 80% subsidy, you should think it as a new profession. But how you think of it? Because I told you there are almost 5 months where very less pollen or nectar is there. So prepare a floral calendar of the location. I have made it for Haryana. So mustard, eucalyptus, sunflower, khair, arhar, these are the major crops. N stand for N capital means major source. P for pollen major source. N small means minor source. P small means minor source of this. So year-wise, I have made it for you. You can use it. In northeastern Haryana, these are crop-wise we have given you, where it comes, what is name, when it is flower, December to February and order, what it is utility. These are things which we can give you ready-made. Then a parasite, where you want to do it? Because if you have to be commercial, then you have to move. You have to go for migration. You have to prepare 4-hour calendar of your own based on these. And you have to inspect the area where you want to keep the. In winter, you have to have them in sun. In other times, you have to keep them in this shade. You need to have water for them. Approach roads. And there should be no one around within 3 kilometers, because then there will be clashes. Okay, these should be there. Hives and equipments, they are available. Government approved vendors are there. Now we are 80% subsidy government of Haryana is giving. So, but thing is, always go for standard ones. And I always tell you, cooperative system is the one which is working, which should work. So, how to procure? From beekeepers or bee breeders, which are government supported, but always think. People think that small frame they should start. No, never. At least 7 to 8 frame colony you should start with. They should be not old frames. Queen should be young queen. There should be enough of these frames with nectar and pollen and also the brood. Then only purchase them. So I told you 20 colony is you start and in a cooperative system. So almost 1 hour I have, and I would like to take some questions from you on this now, because rest of the part is more on the commercial side of this. that I'll take later on. So I want at least you should ask me questions about this. You got it? What is you require on whatever I have delivered? Come on.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an in-depth and detailed lecture. So now Chatrisa and Rohit will coordinate for the Q&A session. Then we will continue with the second half of this
Yes,
lecture.
and in the end of the second session also we'll have overall questions.
Sure, sure. Chatrisa and Rohit, please continue.
Thank you, sir. Now we'll be moving forward for the query session. Those who have questions are kindly requested to use the raise hand feature. When invited, please unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and briefly introduce about yourself and ask the query. Participants also may post their questions through the chat box. Where we have Simi Tanya over here. She has raised her hand for the
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
Tanya,
sir.
you can.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, Tanya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I am Simi Tanya. I am a UG student from Hyderabad, Telangana. Actually, I took a 10-day training programs about scientific beekeeping. So,
Yeah.
in that program, I didn't get that much of the content or hands-on training. So, I had few queries like about the disease management and bee killer management in the honeybee. Why? Because it's the biggest problem faced by the many of the beekeepers nowadays.
Okay. Thank you. So I'll be covering the disease portion after this. Okay. And I have already told you that now everyone is giving this training, days training, 7 days training, 1 month training. At Pune, we have such a graded training programs, but we conduct them at our research stations. And there, and we have a one year APRIST course there. Then we actually give them the hand-on training. It is not an art which you can just learn by 3 days. You just get confused in those days. That it is important that after learning, you have it along with some beekeepers or some apiary. You work it just in an amateur to just work up what you have learned. Because what I teach you and what you see in the colony is entirely different. Because all those dynamics, they are changing. In one colony, the situation is different. If the queen is old, the whole system goes on because she'll be on a reproductive instinct. She'll be having so many of these drones, so many of these queen cells. And in another, it will be for resource mobilization, resource collection, and all that. If it is a diseased one, then depending on the disease, you will see their reactions, they are absconding, they are dying, and all that. And this is too much of the things for a beginner to just cope up. So give yourself a time period of at least 3 months where you can put up, okay, whatever you have read or whatever you experience, jot it down and then go to the field, go to the apiary, open it, see it, observe it, write down those things. That is what I call colony inspection report. No one does it. No one gives you that information. I'll show you that colony inspection report, how we do it. And if you just jot it down and go to that and then see it, then you will visualize what is happening. And then just by seeing it, you can see, okay, I have 30 colonies. Every colony you will have the knowledge, what it is to be done, what I have to do with the colony. This is important. This will come with experience. Next. Are you satisfied? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm little bit satisfied. I'm planning my future through apiculture only, doing some research on it, and want to pursue my MSc in apiculture too. So yeah.
See, I tell you, that area is really wonderful area, Telangana, for beekeeping. I have my staff, Mr. G. Rao, and whose father, he has died now. He was one of the leading beekeepers of the South India. And really, I have learned a lot of from him. See this frame holder which I gave. His son was with me. He was my supervisor with me, and his wife also was there with at CBRTI. And I learned the nitty gritty of this trade from those fellows also. And I really salute those people whose father who knows beekeeping in and out. But it took long period for them. And there are now many of the researchable things which are there. I had a list of around 140 projects, which I give it to my students. Okay, which one you want to work on this? My approach to apiculture is different. My approach to higher education is different. This is how I give it. If you want, you can have some ideas. No problem from me. Okay, next.
Where there is one of our participants where she is asking that while starting beekeeping, what are the important things to procure first to ensure healthy colonies and proper foraging?
Okay.
Yes.
Number one, we are just allude to have it as a profession. Don't go by that. Because we promise you when we teach a lot things that it is one of the best for the nature and all those things. But when you just go onto the field and you see, it is one of the dirtiest operations also. There is a series, 10 most dirty jobs in the world. It comes at number 7 in the world because it stings. We have to migrate in the night. We travel the whole the day. But it's interesting, but it is not an easy one. But it has such opportunities that no other offer the science can give. Okay, it will come to you slowly. Just don't jump to it. Yes. If whenever you have to purchase a colony, take some person who already knows it, because everyone will befool you. Everyone will try to befool you. They will be giving you the bad, old, these frames to you, poor. They will show you the queen, but one should know it is young queen or old queen. So all bad things they will give you. They will keep the best for them. This is one which you to know. Take someone, help of them, and you get the best of it. And then you plan it. Go sit with some beekeepers, sit with the scientists. Okay, what migratory routes they have. Otherwise, what happens? You keep it, and by the time you are to be there at a position, you just be planning for that. So this is important because it is all practical. It is nothing theoretical. What theory we learn in practical, it is all different. I can give you the name of some of the persons you can contact there in those parts of the state. Okay, next.
There is
Okay,
one of
then
our
should I carry on?
participants, Sandesh,
Yes, Moli.
who has raised his hand. Sandesh, now
Yeah,
you can ask. Please unmute your audio and video.
Hello, sir. I am
yeah,
Entrepreneurship from Maharashtra, Sangli district.
yeah.
We have in my area sugarcane belt, also vegetable belt, and so many pesticides are used in my
Yeah.
area.
Yes.
If uh, if my project will be this area, it is possible or not, sir?
No. Sangli is a sugar belt. I have visited whole of Maharashtra, but you just think that the part Gadchiroli and all that which has now been away, those areas they have the better prospects. Mahabaleshwar, that is the one place where we have the Carbia honey. That is Mahabaleshwar is a name in the bit, but now it is also it has become commercial. Then you have good opportunities in the Western Ghat, but Western Ghat you have to think of rains almost for 4 months. So that is there. Beekeeping cannot be done at one place. You have to go for it. Nasik is a good place. Summer you have to keep somewhere at your house just to feed them. Nasik has some this sunflower and other areas, good areas are there. Then you go towards south of this Maharashtra, there's Satara and all those areas. Then you have plenty of flora there. So you have to make a floral chart. If you want, Maharashtra, we can give you that floral chart for that and you can go along. I'll give you the number to contact the person from there and you can plan your floral chart there. Okay? Okay? Hello?
Sure,
Hello?
sir. We can
Okay.
provide then the contact number. Definitely, they
Yeah.
can pursue.
Okay, should I
Do
start
we?
next?
I
The
think.
rest of the questions we'll have later.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Please
sir.
go.
Okay. So, bees not for honey. People think it for honey. I told you 20,000 species, and you see how many species you have. And we are the hotspot, diversity hotspot in the world. And we have from the 8, we have 6 species of apis in India. No country has. No country has even half of it. Europe, America, they have only 1 bee. No one have it. We have stingless bees, bumblebee, alkali bees, collards, what not. See, Trigona, Madhya Pradesh and all that, and even this Maharashtra, they have this stingless bees. They don't sting. Beautiful honey. It's priceless. Then there are bees which are not non-social bees. In hilly areas, they are keeping these Trigona bees in log hives, box hives, and its honey huge. So this is what I have already told you. Okay. I come to another part which everyone misses. So we have plants which came to the world, they were herbivores, herbs, plants, they didn't have flowers. Only when the flowers came, diversification in the world came. So it is a nature's selection or co-evolution of plants and insects, because earlier they were herbivorous, but now they become associated with plants. They become not the pest, they become friends. They become co-hosts. And it is during this Cretaceous and Cretaceous period when we have this angiosperms, means flowering plants came. Otherwise, they were not flowering plants. And that way we have, you see the older orders, they didn't have the veracity of the honeybees. Honeybee is the perfect example of evolution. This is Paleogen group of animals where we have the colorful flowers, where we have nectar giving the carbohydrates, where we have pollen giving this, and all that flower are so colorless to attract those flowers, those insects, animals. So I told you I conducted one of the world's largest studies. So we have almost 86% of flowering plants, they need pollination. And pollinators are what? They are the best providers of ecosystem service. Diversity includes food production. This is all which is there in our FAOs, UNEP, and everything. But I told you that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's honey mission, I was the only scientist called from India, where we have 13 secretaries of the government of India. And then I was only I all presented there. And that study I had in association with the honorable member Niti Ayog, Agriculture, Professor Ramesh Chand. So we had the larger studies where we have this value of economic value. This is the study we have conducted. It is 11 crops and 21 commodities. It covered 99%, more than 99% of Indian crops. And we took 15 years data. It's not based on 1 year. So though as plants which are essential for them, this pollination is essential, animal pollination is essential. Its dependence rate we took as 0.95. In 95% they will need this. If it is great, it is 65, modest 25, little 5. There is no increase or unknown also. This is there. So when we talk of the agriculture, value of agriculture, I told you it is 12.91 lakh crores. Current price is in 2012-13. And there is a huge amount where we don't know. 6,52,000. 50% we don't know what their input to the pollination is. 50% we don't know. We know that their yield doesn't increase because they are cereals and all this. But we have 17% for which we are not knowing still yet, even after long years of study. So we have bee pollinated plants that have 31% of the total world's India's plants. So its value is 12.9 lakh 1 crores. So major is the oilseed segment where we have 10 major oilseeds. And then we have 19 minor oilseeds. Rapeseeds production, 65% of it depends on pollination. Bee pollination or insect pollination in addition to many. So it is 6.6 million tons they produce. Based on this, its economics value, total value of the oilseed is 29,000 crore. And pollination component comes at 19,000 crores. This is the value of the bees for the rapeseed. Because whenever you see a rapeseed, mustard flower, you always have a bees. Custard, sunflower, sesame, cottonseed, coconut. Groundnut, we have only low dependence, 0.05. Otherwise, it is 25% to up to 65%. Total value of oilseed is 1.27 lakh crores. And bees or pollinators contributions come at 43,000 crores. 34% of value of oilseed is coming from the bees or other pollinators. Isn't it huge? Okay. Say these are minor ones. And so from total oil seeds, 1.29 lakh crores, 43,000 crores or 34% is the contribution from honeybees or pollinators. So we have taken this category: cereals, no contribution; oilseed 34%, fruits 13%, vegetable 11%, because most of the vegetables, potatoes and all this, they don't need pollination. Fruit also likewise. Fiber, cotton and all that, 24. Other crops. There is a huge which is we are not knowing. So out of total value of 12,91,000 crores, economic value of pollination was 1.13 lakh crores, about 9% of the total value. And you know, We don't know the information for 50% crops. This is the, जिसको आप बीज कहते हो ना, बहुत छोटा, जिसको वैल्यू नहीं समझते, उसकी वैल्यू एग्रीकल्चर में इतनी बड़ी है. And see, honeybees, they are contributing 46%, solitary bees 21%, bumblebees 13%, stingless bees 4%. 79% this pollination is done by honeybees. Then we have wasps, ants, flies, midges, thrips, moths, beetles, other insects. And also birds and bats, they are also pollinators in some crops. So you see the bees and the other pollinators, how important they are. 79%. USA, you cannot imagine this year what is happening. Their 62% colonies died last year. In 70s, they have rental value. They charge rent $6 to $9 per colony. 70s. Last few years, it was 160. Now it has crossed more than $250 per colony. And for a hectare, they need 5 colonies in the badam, all these, the nuts you are having, peaches and all those things. You know, 60% of the total income is coming from pollination in the USA. India, somewhere started in apple, it has started in Himachal. Okay, got it, the important thing? India is blessed with more than 70 types of unifloral honeys. Nowhere in the world it has. Not even a fraction of it, what we have in India. Toria, coriander, fennel, cumin, ajwain, eucalyptus honey, pahadi kikar honey, shisham honey, curry patta honey, barsim, lychee, rubinia, acacia, pseudoacacia, tamarind honey, Lactanthus, niger, drumstick, kranj, क्या बोलेंगे? Tulsi, neem, harda. These are the varieties we have in India. No one can even think of it. Thing is, we have to explore them and make use of these when you have into as an entrepreneur. See, I can give you another examples of entrepreneurship. You see in the center honey parlor. This is the first honey parlor in the world. It was established by me in 1993 at CBRTI Pune. You are anyone from Maharashtra, you can see on Shivaji Nagar Road, we have Central Bee Research and Training Institute. Only honey and honey products. There only we have this world's first honey processing plant. Smaller ones also there. And you know, I gave the name of Khadi brand of honey. All Khadi institutions which are there, they gave Khadi honey. That is my brand. And now Khadi has become a brand for everything of their Khadi products. This is what I gave in 1993. This is the honey we produced in 1993. From there, first export from India was done of bottled honey, 1 container load. That is the first export from India. I did it. And you know how old I was? I was 28 years at that time. Then you have enough scope for other bee products. Royal jelly. Royal jelly is a secretion by the honeybees for hypopharyngeal glands. You can extract it. See, I am extracting it, honey royal jelly, from artificial frame cups where we have allowed them to be kept in the colony, and they have deposited the scoop of royal jelly. This technology is available. Even I can share you my videos and everything. If you want, we can share it up. It has no economic that it will be available for this. You can sell it like anything. You just demand it, but it is not available, the quantity there. Then we have pollen. This is the first pollen trap which is used worldwide. Whole of India uses it. This is developed by me. Then we have propolis. Propolis is, you know, Romania and all those places. You must have heard the cure of cancer and so many diseases, it is done by this. Pollen is the best protein available to the you. All people now go for this which protein with this when they go to the gym and all that they have this, but that is of very poor quality. Bee pollen is the best protein. So these are the things you can do, and it has huge market. Available thing is we need to link up with the producer, provide them the logistics, and go into the market as a system. I'm the president of Haryana Beekeepers Association. I'm also heading some other organizations. We can link up with these beekeepers who cannot sell. You cannot do that, but then mutually you become entrepreneurs to the poor beekeeper who is being exploited. Pollen, this is the wonderful thing. It has around 43% protein in it. No one gives you this sort of protein. So this is the calendar I have made for you for the Haryana state. Which crop, which month, which are the migratory sites, and from where how much of honey you can extract. And we have eucalyptus, mustard, kin, citrus, peach, pahadi kikar, shisham. Then we have lychee also. This is kadi patta, sunflower is there, cucurbits, bajra, khair, cotton, fish. So things. This is the potential we have in Haryana only. And the places you are coming from, Telangana, it's a beautiful place. We have such a diversity. Maharashtra, and all those UP, beautiful. My beekeepers, they go to UP, right to even go to Bihar. So such a huge thing is there. Thing is, the beekeepers, they are not entrepreneurs. You have to be entrepreneurs to have it, the look of the entrepreneurship as a beekeeping as a entrepreneurship. These are the things I have summed up, that there are seasons. Autumn season, that is a season where we can start. How you manage the bees during these times. These are the summaries I have given up. When you start the season, inspect the colonies, see what is there, nectar, pollen is there. If it is less, then we give supplementary feeding, see the quality of the queen, brood, how much is there, insect pest and disease is there. And we can think of that, okay, we need to migrate to colonies. If say we in Haryana, at this point of time, during September, October, we'll take them to Rohtak, Sonipat, Jhajjar, Rewari. They have Arhar, Pigeon Pea and Bajra. So these are some of the limelines you can also make for your own area. Then we can have migration to cotton also in Fatehbad, Sirsa, Nirvana districts also. Then important thing is that from November onwards, we have mustard season for which we have to prepare our colonies. The more the strong colonies, the better will be the yield. So we have to clean colonies, don't keep large number of colonies which are weak, merge them into strong colonies. They should be almost all equal, all on, if it is on 10 frame, fine. And then all should be there on almost at the same strength. Otherwise, we'll be managing weak colonies and we will not be having the big potential then. Better if we unite them. Equipment, you have to see, prepare, repair them, survey, you have to go for, then I have a survey schedule for them, what you have to mark for them. And then packaging is done, supering has to be done. If you have, you can have also one or two extractions. So by that time, you can also have extraction from here. November and to February is the winter. And this is the most productive season. And we have Bhiwani, Hisars, then we have Sarsa, we have Mahendragarh and Rewari. These are the best places. Then whole of the Rajasthan, Badaयूं and Bijnor, these all areas, all they have mustard. This is the one area, almost whole of the Rajasthan, rise up to then Bara, then Kota, Bara, then Madhya Pradesh. Huge areas we have. If you take to these colonies and We can have up to 40 kg from mustard if you have strong colonies. Thing is that we survey, select survey area, keep them in the sun. This is important that I am keeping my colonies on the supers. People don't keep on supers. If you keep on supers, you will almost have double, 2.5 times yield of honey. And you can have higher number of colony growth. You can use queen excluders. So have the extraction when it is needed. You can have 2 or 3 extraction, not more than that. It is proven in our studies. Then you come into next phase where from March to June, where you can have extractions on sunflower, on birdseed, and some cucurbits. And then we have lychee. These areas where this is the time where you can have it. And thing is that at this time there will be temperature which is on higher side. You need to provision for the water. You have to now keep them in shade. And this is the time when pests start coming up. So we have to take care of these. But it is a beautiful season where you can have colony growth also, honey production also, multiplication also. But thing is, you may have to manage it properly. This is the time when it is the worst season for the beekeepers. July to August, we have rains. We don't have flowering plants at that time. Now we congregate the colonies at our nearby places. We feed them artificially with sugar syrup. We provide them pollen sources in terms of patties, or even we can give the pollen which has already been collected. So sugar feeding we have to give at least once or twice a week. This is the time when the colonies get weak, and then we have the problems of wax moth, another varroa mites, and all those. But there are places like Khair in Narayangarh, Ambala. Then we have some areas of Punjab and Haryana, sub-hilly areas where we get honey also. There's a very good honey, Khair honey. So this is where you need to have. Now I come to, there was a question about the diseases and pest. This is adult diseases and the brood diseases. Adult disease, we have mites. These are acrine mites. This is a mites. These are microbial mites. They are parasitic mites. They are endoparasites. They go into the windpipes of the bees and they suck the sap from their lymph from them, its lymph, and they get weakened and they get killed. We have small, this fallbacks, menthol strips we can use. We can use methyl salicylate, also 15 ml. But in other big was the ectoparasite, which feeds on the mites on the outside. This is Tropiculaps scleri. For it, we have a simple sulfur dusting, 10 gram per colony, or methyl salicylate we can use. Nosema is also there. It's a virus, protozoa. And then we have diseases on the brood. This is one is European fowl brood. It comes mainly from end of February, and it's right up to October, November. It is this bacteria, Meliscoccus pluton. Patchy brood is there. Brood dies, and there is this foul odor coming up. So we can use colony as a strong colony, keep it in there. Then sanitation, which helps in this. Then we have wasp in the rainy season. Best is that we kill the wasp. These are the nest on the left-hand side. You just locate the nest and kill them. Then we have wax moth. This is killing our colonies. And because when we have dwindled colony, we have some frames which are extra. We don't take care of them. We just keep them. On this wax moth comes. These are the larvae of these wax moths. So thing is that keep the colony clean, scrap it. We can even burn these also. And also when with the colonies, we have you extra frames. You can just stack them and then seal them and by fumigate them with this. Cellphos tablets. One tablet, Cellphos tablets is good for one stack. This is the mite which killed our 70% colonies. It came in 2004. I was the first to report it. Last year, 60% of honeybees in USA died because of this and its associated symptoms. No one could control it, but we have controlled it in India because they adopted my whole technology. I have 2 books on this, practical. So these are the mites. These are the smaller ones. These are ectoparasitic mites. They suck the sap. They go into these intersegmental layers, go there, suck on the hemolymph. They are on this, also on the brood. Brood is this larvae and pupae also. You can see them. The bees become weak. And you see those symptoms which are caused by EFB or other diseases. This is bald brood system. This is what I have defined it as parasitic mite syndrome. So how you do it? Detection. This is one technique it's used. I'm using waste, our sticky sheet papers. We have marked it 1 inch by 1 inch squares on them. We just empty the box, just shake the debris, and on the debris, we count the mites. And here we have a sticky sheet. Because these mites, they start dropping down. It's a tendency to drop down onto the boss. So this phase of their life we can use to trap these. I'm using it a sticky sheep. This people use the sticky sheep. This is very costly. This which I invented is it's only costing 1.75 rupees per colony. And you have this sticky sheet, just remove that paper and then you keep it on the base of it, and the bees, this mite which is falling will not be going up. So we'll be getting reduced pollination. On the right is the bura. Bura is the powdered sugar method. This is the cheapest method in the world. Without killing any bees, we can inspect them, we can control them. What happens is amazing. I'll tell you later on also. So these are the techniques where we don't give any CF sheets, or we cut the frame into half, or we just give a sheet. Here what will happen, bees will draw the combs. But these combs will be drone combs. Their cells are larger in size. This mite is more attracted to the drone cells. And because we have this, what we can do is, when they have this mite inside, we can cut that portion and destroy that. By that, we can reduce the population. This is the simplest thing I have done. This application costs you only 4 rupees per colony. We have formic acid, which we are using. So what I simply did was, because our beekeepers are poor, a small glass vial, here is a cotton swab in it. I am using that strip, which you are using for taking your soft drinks. This is just a conveyor. We have to send the formic acid here. And we need to have 5 ml formic acid into it. So if you have to apply formic acid here, then if in general condition, you have to take all the combs out. Then place this and then apply it. And every day you have to apply. But by this Chaudhary's formic acid glass dispenser, you simply place it, and then with the syringe, you can every day just lift from the back, pour designated amount of in it, and you are done with it. Then this is the tin caps I used, because the people are all in the far off areas. They don't get bottles. This is the tin caps they have. And this is simplest of this thing. It has reduced the cost also, 3.9 rupees per kg. These are the formic acid pouches. So based on this colony strength which you have, you can cut those number of polythene this bags and put these this paper clippings, number of them, and you can add the formic acid into it, seal it, and then you place it in the colony. If it is summer, keep it in the top. If it is the winter, keep it in the bottom. Just have a cut. Now this will slowly evaporate, formic acid, and you will control this. Very cheap. You can make it at your home. This is oxalic acid. This is a weak acid. And earlier method was that with a syringe, you have to spray between the frames. About, this is 50 ml you have to spray in the colony. I made this dispenser. Bottles dispenser with the regulation. You can simply reduce the drudgery. Very easy to do. Then lactic acid. This is the weakest of acids. Then it is to be sprayed onto the bees. So this bottle serves this, and it has a good colony. This is for organic treatments. We have ajwain or thymol application from these pads on the top, or we have these small caps where we can keep this. If it is dry, then we can have 8 gram. If we have this wet formulation, we can keep it. This is the cheapest method. We are using bura. Bura is grounded sugar. The sugar which you get in the market, that is very costly. This is simple, which we in the villages we use for our marriage and all that, with the rice and all that. Just you have to filter it so that you have the smallest of these sizes of these. This is only sieved. 15 gram of this bura is to be not dusted, just to be poured between the two frames. You need 15 grams per colony. Nothing. It is 75% efficacy in killing it. No adverse effects, nothing. Cheapest method. Everywhere available. So I think I should sum up. So what other thing is pollen? I told you what pollen has. It is the best protein. And I told you I had this. This is the pollen trap. You can. This is what I invented. Now everyone is using it, and you can have it as an industry at your own. It is in such a demand, you can't even think of it. I told you this, all these people taking this whey proteins and all that. In comparison to pollen, it stands nowhere. You can dry it, you can store it, preserve it, all technology is there. This is the propolis. You see on the frames, you have these sticky material, and you can just scrap it, that's all. And you can use it. Now you see, for cancer and everything and all these things, this is the propolis, which is and most of those dermatological products and cosmetic products, they are coming from propolis. Tissue regeneration, renovation of tissues, cardiovascular diseases, anemia, respiratory infection, dental care, cancer, immune system support, digestive tract, liver protection, and whatnot. You can have a 500 gram from per hive in 1 year. Rate is at least 2,000 rupees kg. Exports, you don't know what is the price. Venom is the new thing coming up. Bees, when they sting, they get killed. But we have the venom extractor where you can have it. And this is in Eastern Europe, this is a huge industry. Then what can you? These are the products we are made at our CBITI Pune. Honey lime squash, we commercialize this. Honey mango squash also we commercialize this. Honey jam, candy, what not. Honey chickpea jam, soap, soup. Honey, the God's gift. We are blessed with apiary honey, forest honey, unifloral honey, Kurg honey, Mahabaleshwar honey, Kashmir honey, not special honey, extracted, squeezed, comb honey. It has 70-82% and this sugars, 70-25% water, then minerals, acids, protein, enzymes, and whatnot. Antibiotic, healing of wounds, cough, cold. Yeah, these we all have in our Vedas and all this. A child should take 10 to 15 grams per day, youth 30 to 35 grams, healthy man up to 50 grams, old person 20 to 30 per patient on doctor's advice. We have 70 types of unifloral honeys, which varies from watery white to black. They granulate fully to no granulation depending upon this. These are the standards of AgMark standards available with us. This is what I've already told you. So this is, I think, I have shared a few of my knowledge and open to what you wish to. You can I can answer your queries now, later on, whatever you want. Yes, open now.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful and thought-provoking session. Sir, we are extremely grateful for your valuable time and for sharing your vast experience and knowledge of beekeeping with us. So thank you, sir. Now we will move into the query session and the interaction session. Before we begin, you can unmute yourself and raise your hand. Kindly raise your hand and unmute yourself and turn on your camera, and you can ask your query, and participants can also post their queries in the chat box. Sir, we have
Yeah.
one query, sir.
Yeah.
A farmer, sir, query is from Tashyagi Negi. So a farmer has started beekeeping. He have 6 to 7 hives, but at the starting of the winter, his whole group of bees were migrated or found to somewhere else, and now the hives are empty. What could be the reason if bees have migrated or swarmed? Will they come back again in their hives, or should he wait for them?
No, gentlemen, you have lost them. Okay. And this is the sign that you were casual. Nothing else. Because I don't say that you need to have a very intense schedule of inspection. If you inspect them even up in 10 to 15 days, that is okay. So this gentleman must have forgotten to do that. And that's the reason. Thing is that you have to see what has happened. I told you that different seasons, there are different problems. And probable problems you can understand. Thing is, when you see the colonies, you know what is there. Because I have not shown you what is the actually how we record our data. I tell you that, okay, colony number 1, we have, so suppose 10 frames. Then we take it out and then we see, okay, nectar, pollen, egg, brood, diseases, everything. We count it, mention it, overall colony. Then we see that overall from 10 frames or 7 frames, what is the situation? We are having nectar or not. Now maybe there is no plants nearby who are producing nectar or pollen. That's why it has not been. They have this is what we call them swarm. They have not swarmed. They have absconded. It's not swarming. Swarming is that they leave half portion and half portion go at a new colony. So it is only ignorance. If there is a disease that can be controlled.
Thank you, sir. Sir, another question from Anushka from Uttarakhand, sir. So, what kind of flowers plants we should cultivate near beehives if there are not more than flower cultivation nearby, and which plants are best suitable for subtropical area of Uttarakhand?
See, Uttar Kashi now it is winter, and at those heights now this is the lean period. If we have to go for commercial beekeeping, they have to come down to the plains. Otherwise, it will be you have to pack them, you have to feed them regularly to keep them alive in terms of sugar to provide carbohydrates, in terms of pollens, or in term if you can use that besan or this gram flour just to substitutes of the proteins. Thing is that in the rest of the period from February onwards and right up to June, Uttarakhand is okay because there is naturally plenty of things available. If you have commercial beekeeping, then you cannot have a demographic change in your area because I do it, my neighbor doesn't do it. So then you have to go for local migrations also. But if you have land around, you are in a village, then simply you can produce. See, this is the time when you have the mustard. Then from February onwards, you have plenty of flora available then. Plenty of available then. You can have the late mustard and all those things. Then you have radish, because when it flowers, it gives you, then saumph is there. And then at those plants, there are eucalyptus also, there are splectranthus also, then is a basuti also, there are many shrubs also which give a lot of honey. So
Thank you,
for
sir.
few colonies, fine, but when you have a bit more colonies, then your area should be a bit large.
Thank you, sir.
We
Sir,
can manage them through feeding. Yes.
Sir, we have a question from Ritika Sharma from
Mhm.
Himachal Pradesh. Sir, how to identify a good quality of bee products like honey, royal jelly, bee pollen, or bee wax?
Gentlemen, to identify honey, we send our honey samples to Europe for export and everything for confirmation, because maximum fraud is happening in the beekeeping. It is not being produced from nectar now. It is being produced from corn syrup, from rice syrup. People are playing the dirty games. Thing is, now it is for you people that you young people, dedicated people, if they want to establish it as an enterprise, they should stick to the quality, and then only then you will have your own niche of marketing. You don't have to. Why should I export? In my village, everyone needs honey at least when they are ill, when they're sore throat or some other problems. Why you think that you should produce for export? Why you should think that you should produce for your Delhi people? You need it. Why you eat sugar? Why don't you eat honey as a not substitute? अन्न व मधु अमृतम व मधु, ये हमारे वेदों में लिखा है. हमने चीनी खाना शुरू कर दिया. नो. ठीक है. So this is what it starts from us. Or second thing is, if you are unable to do that, you have your own beekeeper. एक beekeeper को आपको गोद लेना पड़ेगा, गोद लेना चाहिए कि ओके, ए इज माई beekeeper और वो मेरे हिसाब से मेरे लिए इतना काम करेगा. आई विल गिव यू, वो बाकी 100 रुपए का बेचता है, मैं उसको 200 रुपए दूंगा, बिकॉज आई एम गेटिंग द अमृत, नॉट हनी. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Krishna Kumar Raghuvanshi raised his hand. Please unmute yourself and ask your queries.
Good evening, sir. Myself, कृष्णा रघुवंशी, आई एम फ्रॉम उत्तर प्रदेश. सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर कोई फार्मर अर्बन एरियाज में हनी बी कल्टीवेशन स्टार्ट करना चाहता है, तो क्या बेसिक ऑब्जेक्ट या बेसिक नॉलेज क्या होना चाहिए उसके लिए कि इट्स मैंडेटरी टू स्टार्ट योर bee keeping business?
देखो, ये शहरों में होने वाला बिजनेस नहीं है। मैं सेक्टर 9 में रहता हूँ, करनाल में। मेरे पास थोड़ा वो एरिया है यहाँ पे, एक 70 एकड़ का पार्क है, उसके करके मैं यहाँ पे हनी बीज अपने लिए रख रहा हूँ। बट शहरों में इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, डोंट गो फॉर दैट। Okay, because in here you will be continuously feeding the bees. I don't feed, you won't believe. I don't feed my colonies now. I leave them enough for their dearth period. So go to the villages, keep with, you have your friends in the villages, now you are from the village.
Yes, yes, sir.
Have
I'm from
ask
village.
those, ask, collect those people, get them trained. Okay, we will get you trained in the UP, wherever you are, don't worry about that. Okay. And get those, let them do the beekeeping and you do the marketing, because those people can produce, they cannot market. You do the market when you are in the, you give them the feedback about knowledge and all those things. So this is how we make, because beekeeping is not a one man's job, it is a group's job, best done in groups. Have them at the right time, and then you have those. See, when they have a confidence in you that you are giving good product, then there is always shortage of the product. Yes, anything else?
Sir, the second one, sir, any training program by central government or KVK institutes or any research center for
You
beekeeping?
need it for getting loans, that's all. Otherwise, what I suggest you, that okay, you take it because it always pays. Having a certificate, having a formal training, and it introduces you to the bees, but actually training is in the field. Go to that, जाइए उनके पास, वहां करिए ना, अपना आराम से करिए। इतना मैं आज
Uh,
आपको बता देता हूँ, हनी बीज ने मुझे 41 कंट्रीज घुमाई है, एक भी पैसा खर्चे बगैर। ठीक है। सो
because sir, in my district, I think no
कौन सा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है
project
आपका?
have regarding beekeeping.
कौन सा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है?
So I,
कौन सा
sir,
डिस्ट्रिक्ट है?
Ajamgarh,
आजमगढ़। अरे
Ajamgarh, sir.
भैया, तुम्हारे तो बहुत बढ़िया जगह है। आपका डिस्ट्रिक्ट यहाँ से जो है ना, दिल्ली से निकल के हापुड़ से लेके इलाहाबाद तक जो है, हमने गांव बहुत से वो देखे हैं। इतना बढ़िया यूपी का एरिया है तुम्हारा। आप बीकीपिंग जो है, सारे 3 महीने छोड़ दोगे आप, 3 महीने में भी आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं आती, क्योंकि डर्थ पीरियड में आपके इधर सारे में, इधर मक्का वगैरह खूब होता है। आपको पोलन की वो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
Yes, sir.
कितने बी कीपर आते हैं पता है आपके यहाँ पे? बदायूं, ये सारा एरिया जो है यहाँ पे, कम से कम भी जो है 30,000 बी कीपर आता है आपके पास।
सर इसीलिए मुझे थोड़ा सा प्राइमरी ट्रेनिंग चाहिए थी कि आई वांट
ट्रेनिंग आप
प्राइमरी ट्रेनिंग
देखिए,
फ्रॉम
मैं
स्टार्ट।
आपको कहता हूँ, यदि आप कभी हरियाणा में आना चाहें, यहाँ पे रहने की भी व्यवस्था हो सकती है आपकी। हमारा कुरुक्षेत्र से थोड़ा सा आगे रामनगर में है, तो वहाँ पे आप ट्रेनिंग लीजिए। आपके यूपी में बहुत अच्छी ट्रेनिंग दे देंगे। आपके हल्द्वानी में जो है हमारा जो है एक रिसर्च स्टेशन है, उस पर आप ले सकते हैं, और भी मिल जाएंगे, कोई
तो क्या
बात।
ये जो जो नियरेस्ट केवीके है वहां भी ट्राई कर सकते हैं क्या इसके रिगार्डिंग?
बिल्कुल करिए, पूछिए उनसे ट्रेनिंग की वो देते हैं कि नहीं है, बट थिंग इज वो दे विल बी एन इंट्रोडक्टरी ट्रेनिंग। बाकी आपको जो है
या
ना
यस सर, बिकॉज हम यूजी कोर्स में मैंने किया है, मतलब वाराणसी के बगल में एक था, वहाँ जस्ट फॉर मतलब बहुत प्रॉपर नहीं था, बस आप गए वहाँ 2 दिन 3 दिन किए, सर्टिफिकेट दे दिया आपको, बस।
बस ऐसा ही होता। देखिए, पता क्या है,
ओके सर,
फैक्ट इज।
थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम।
ओके, चलिए।
थैंक
Sir,
यू सर।
we have many questions, sir. I will request you to, sir, we can proceed, sir.
हाँ हाँ, जो श्योर श्योर।
Sir, Akriti Ranga asked one question, sir. Like, in when we were placing the honeybee colonies in the apple orchard, we will observe the sudden bee mortality. What are the main scientific reasons for this, sir, and what are the practical steps we can take on for management of this ones?
See, the fact is that beekeepers are taking it, migrating to the honeybee colonies, basically in Himachal Pradesh, only for apple pollination. Okay. Apple has very less amount of pollen and nectar. From it, the bees can survive their population. But thing is, apple is one of the most insecticide, pesticide sprayed crop. You can't believe every second, third day they are spraying deadly chemicals. So there you will not get honey. You get money for pollination service, 700 rupees or 1000 rupees per colony. Of course, it's a handsome amount, but you lose your colonies. Yes, thing is, what you can do is number one. Most of the people, they just keep their colonies and come back their homes. Visit that place occasionally. No, be stationed there. Whenever there is any insecticide or pesticide spray, the maximum impact is up to 48 hours, extended up to 72 hours. So what you have is, you can place queen gates. I have shown you a yellow colored queen gates, which allows aeration also. Otherwise, if you block it, then the bees dies because of the suffocation. So you can go have those queen gates. They will have that aeration, but before that you allow them to have, you just feed them sugar, enough sugar, so that when you have closed that from the outside gate, then they are able to survive for their carbohydrates and other needs. So that way, still by after 3 days, we'll have bee losses, but 80% of the losses are during that period. So that will be less losses. So it is a catch-20 situation. You see money at one side, but you have colony losses at the other. So you have to now think what you want. And no apple orchardist will help you in reducing or going for the safer chemicals. You may teach so many things to them. No, they have their fixed schedules, because apple is the main crop for them, main paying crop for them. Now the people are going to Maharashtra, Nasik on pomegranate and other crops. They are being paid. Yes.
Sir, thank you, sir. We have a question from Sri Karani from Telangana, sir. There are many companies which are advertising and they are selling purest honey. So, what are the ways you suggest to spread the awareness about the malpractices happening in honey production?
See, all the people, I tell you, 80% of the colonies from the North India, they are coming into three congregations. One is Bara, Kotas, Bara, and all those areas. Another is Savai Madhopur and adjacent areas. Third is Mathura and fourth is in UP, Badaयूं and all that. Badaयूं also they go early, then they shift to then is Bharatpur and all area, and then is in this Rajasthan, that is Morena, Morena only. They are the places where congregations are there. And your question was about you were asking the quality, no?
Yes, sir. How to spread the awareness about this one?
See, every beekeeper, I tell you, 85% beekeepers are absentee beekeepers. Only the people, the servants are there. They come only for extraction. That's all. Migration and everything is done by those people. This is a horrible situation for the industry. If young people like you, our community, they take it as a business enterprise, we can fix it as at the international level and the same capital with same capital. So everyone claims that their honey is best. It is not. It is definitely not. This is such a murky state of beekeeping that really, that's why I don't buy from any beekeeper. I cannot buy. I cannot buy. There are only very few people, they're honest people. You can count them. Otherwise, no. But thing is, when this is happening, it means there is a huge opportunity for you people to take that place because you are a young man. You are a young, a lot of young people, young minds, which you want to do. Only thing is, for 1 year, you have to just have a restriction on your greed. From other years, everything will be yours. This is how you look to it. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Simi Tanya raised the hand. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your queries.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Simi.
Sir, my question was like farmers cultivate BT varieties, BT brinjal, BT cotton. If you keep that means the pollen also has the BT genome in it. Wouldn't it be harmful for the honeybees to forage on these crops of BT varieties and genetically modified varieties? That's the question.
Wonderful question. Wonderful question. See, I tell you, maximum of these honeys, they are coming from mustard, which is exported. The rest of the honey, this cotton, we have BT, mainly is the cotton. Cotton, even after BT, BT has failed actually in cotton, and we are having the same number of applications in BT and non-BT crops. Of course, cotton is a very good source of nectar. It is extra floral nectar. It doesn't come from the flower. It comes from the leaves. From flower, it only gives the pollen. It is not exportable, number one. BT, it has its own demerits. It has its own ill effects on the body, and conscious person should not do it. And this is what we always say, that when we go for our selection of the area for the survey, then these are the point we make those survey plans, we make that survey maps, and based on that we take those decisions, where to keep, how much to keep, how many colonies to keep. So it is okay for some persons who are pro BT, but when we use honey, we are not using it as a food, we are using it as a tonic, medicine. I would say that medicine. Then we have to be cautious that those where there is a source, those sources has to be pure. I don't recommend that. And cotton, we had some time good yield from those cottons, but now no one is taking to the cotton. Very few people they are taking to cotton. And because even after BT, you have such a heavy pesticide load that bees are definitely going to die. Definitely going to die. So yes, we have to be very cautious about that. Yes. Yes, Simi, anything else?
I think it clears Simi doubt. Yes, please ask Simi. You can
Yes, you
unmute yourself.
can.
Okay. Okay, sir. So you are telling that no genetically engineered crop should be the source for the
Yes,
forage for the honeybee, right?
yes.
And
See,
I
what
would.
happens is, I tell you why. Why? See,
Mm,
uh, when they feed on pollen, they in one flight, they will go to around 70, 80, around 100 flowers. They
mm,
doesn't only stick to cotton. They
mm,
carry on this to other. So that BT genes, which there is a voluminous evidence that these cry genes, they have these ill effects on, and now many of the states in US, they have banned it.
mm,
So definitely when we are talking about something which is really, see, if we are wearing those clothes, no issues at all. Still, I say there can be issue, but we can take those issues to the sideline. But when we are consuming it, and see, this honey assimilates into your glucose, this blood. This is the
mm.
beauty of it. Now, this is how it is digested. So that um doubt should not, even if it is doubt, you should not carry when you are consuming it that way. It is, we call it Amrit.
Yes, sir. And one more question that it was very wonderful to get to know about you, sir. Your work throughout these years was so good. So my thing is, you told that you will give the list to the students to carry on the research and all. So what do you think the future aspects of this research will be, and how this will play a part for me?
See, which discipline you come from, basically.
I am agriculture student, sir.
No,
UG
no, no.
agriculture student.
Agriculture means, thing is what you want to do in the future. Or if
I want to
I
start.
simply put it that way,
Okay.
because you people are into this, and you may try to become entrepreneurs, because your generation, I think, should do that. See, I know the people who are producing large amount of honeys, and their honey is being sold at 100, 110, 70, 90, 120 rupees. There are people whose honey is being sold at 700 rupees, 800 rupees. Why? Because of the way they have carried on their profession. So, will you choose your honey to be of the greater value, of those value which are of poor economic value? So if you build see, there are thousands of beekeepers, lakhs of beekeepers. There are around 2.3 lakhs beekeepers, okay, in India. But thing is, Simi wants to be having a niche. You can't be a beekeeper like others. They are maybe semi-literate. They have no, you can say, the probity, honesty, or those things. It is only money for them. Of course, money is there for everyone. But if you take a path which is a bit different and noble, you stand
Yes,
out.
yes,
And this is your key point.
yes,
Do
sir.
that. Take anything.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing
Yeah.
research only in this field. So
Researchable issues are there, tremendous of issues. See, even when we are talking of the disease, there are still many, many, many issues there. There.
mm,
Pollination, I tell you, 99% of the pollination research being done in India is rubbish, useless, to be thrown, not to be read even. They don't know. See, my students, when they did, and the students, I see what they are doing, my teachers, what they are doing, it's really horrible. They don't know. They should know beekeeping. So I think my Ajay has must be knowing what I was doing at my station, and we had my students doing it the perfect way. Can be done. Thing is, it's not that it cannot be done. It can simply be done. You have a niche, develop your niche. There are thousands of venues. Have one niche, two niche. You can do it.
Okay, sir.
No?
So can you guide me
Always
with
there.
this thing?
Always there.
Okay, sir. I will contact you
No
for
problem.
other questions and
No
further
problem.
queries.
No
Thank
issues.
you very much, sir.
Welcome.
There is another participant named Bhupendra K. Meghwal.
Yes,
Sir,
Bhupendra.
you,
गुड इवनिंग सर।
Good evening.
सर मैं उदयपुर राजस्थान से बोल रहा हूँ सर। साउथ राजस्थान का भाग है यहाँ पे।
अरे हाँ,
फॉरेस्ट
बिल्कुल।
एरिया भी काफी है, तो वहाँ पे क्या चांसेस है और क्या ग्रोथ के चांसेस है, मतलब ये बी कीपिंग का, और यहाँ एंटरप्रेन्योर लेवल की ट्रेनिंग कहाँ ले सकते हैं, उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताएं।
देखिए, पहली चीज कि ट्रेनिंग की है। ट्रेनिंग तो आपको राजस्थान में भी मिल जाएगी, नहीं तो कोई नहीं है, एक हफ्ते के लिए कहीं भी आ सकते हो, वो आ सकते हो। बाकी ट्रेनिंग मैंने बताया है आपको कि आपने बी कीपर के साथ करनी है। एक्चुअली में ट्रेनिंग वो होने वाली है। ठीक है,
ओके सर। या
यहाँ करिए, कहीं भी करिए। दूसरी चीज, उदयपुर इज अ ब्लेस्ड प्लेस फॉर बी कीपिंग। आपके यहाँ पे देखिए, आपके वाइल्ड बीज बहुत है, आपके बहुत अच्छा हनी यहाँ से आता है। आपके यहाँ से लेके गुजरात से में पूरे तक
बिल्कुल सर।
आपके यहाँ पे आपको ध्यान हो तो खूब हनी बीज हैं, वाइल्ड बीज हैं। आपके वहां से हनी वाइल्ड लेके उदयपुर में बाजार में आते हैं लोग।
बिल्कुल नेचुरल सर, सही है।
नेचुरल। बहुत
हम्म।
बड़ा एरिया है उदयपुर से। और उसके अलावा आपके उदयपुर के साथ साथ देखिए देखिए, इस समय आपके उदयपुर से थोड़ा सा आगे निकलोगे, आपका ये सारा एरिया जो है आपका, इवन यूपी बॉर्डर तक का, जो हरियाणा के पास तक आता है, और वो सारे का सारा जो है वो मस्टर्ड
बिल्कुल सर,
है ना।
सही
इतनी
बात है।
बड़ी आपके पास है, और वो मस्टर्ड उदयपुर में है, जो है ना सारे साल आप कर सकते हो एक्सेप्ट 1 और 2 मंथ। बाकी जगह पे
बिल्कुल
आप राजस्थान में नहीं कर सकते।
सही है सर।
ठीक है ना। और आप तो बिल्कुल वहां खड़े हो, गुजरात के बिल्कुल पास। गुजरात में इतनी अच्छी वो है क्रॉप्स। आप
यस सर।
गुजरात का बिल्कुल अरब सी वाला को वहां पे है ना, वहां पे जो
बिल्कुल
है बिल्कुल कोस्टल एरिया में जो वो पौधे होते हैं, वहां से जो है वो हनी निकलता है। वहां से आपके अरंड बहुत होता है, इस तरह में मूंगफली है, आपका आपका सरसों है वहां पे। गुजरात का एरिया आप बिल्कुल आप कर सकते हो, कंटिन्यूअसली उसको कर सकते हो। तो आपके लिए तो साल 12 में से 10 महीने, 8 9 से 10 महीने का फ्लोरा वहीं का ही है, आपको कई बार नहीं जाना पड़ेगा। बहुत ही बढ़िया जगह है। ट्रेनिंग आप कहीं भी आपको हम बता सकते हैं वहां करना है। उदयपुर में भी जो है क्योंकि मैंने घूमा है सारा बहुत अच्छी तरह, गांव गांव घूमे हमने। ये जो है उदयपुर राजस्थान का, और ये जो है गुजरात, तो बहुत अच्छा आपके जो है वो स्कोप है। One of the best places in Rajasthan for whole year is Udaipur area। और आपके तो जंगल है वहां पे, और जंगल में खूब जो है वो तो वो छत्ते हैं, रॉक भी इसके भी है। जी। हाँ जी।
but thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights. It is so nice and grateful to have you here, sir. On behalf of our all Agri SAARTHI team, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. O.P. Chaudhary, sir, for delivering such an enlightening and impactful session. Your insights have greatly enriched our understanding of the role of apiculture in our sustainability. I also thank our organizing director, M. Ajay Khasana, sir, for this vision and continuous guidance, which ensures smooth conduct of this 30 days training program. Finally, thank you for all the participants for your enthusiastic presence and active the engagement. Reminder for every participant, the attendance form should be filled within next 30 minutes, which is shared on our chat box and will not be sent in the WhatsApp groups. Thank you all once again. We look forward seeing you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the day 6 program. Jai Hind.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
It
Chaudhary.
is
Thank you so much,
pleasure.
all the participants. And it is really a blessing for Agri SAARTHI and all of us that we had hosted you today for such an detailed and in-depth session. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab. So keep guiding us, and we will be honored to have you in the future endeavors also. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab.
My pleasure. Okay, bye.
Participants can fill out the attendance form which is shared in the chat section. It will not be shared in the WhatsApp group. So please copy and paste it in your browser and don't ask repeatedly for the same in the WhatsApp group. Meeting it will be open for next 5 minutes just for availability of this attendance form. Whoever copy and paste it, please leave the meeting. Thank you. Have a good time. Jai Hind.